hearing the fans chant like that was amazing, but it wasn't really until the players were talking about it in their post-game press conference when I heard Silly talk about the fact that he's never seen a crowd react like that to a team other than Optic. And then I've been to enough CWL events where I had a sense of that, but it wasn't immediately apparent to me that truly, like, that level of embracing by the fans is not common.
I was like, holy shit, it worked. Like, we did it. It's a thing. This is the way it is.
Stepping like a concrete mixer, all these odd thoughts flicker while these soft parts flutter. Churning all that glitter ain't gold by the digits, so they got them in the gutter. You will find it when the road hits the rubber stamp. Hold to the underbelly, fall with the upper hand, please. I tell myself, breathe, tell you part of my reach. I thread the needle through the heart of the dream and see what part of it bleeds.
Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah. Good. We can get a dub today?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Damn, it's warm in here.
They've been absolutely incredible. They have 2 world champions on their team in Silly and Assault, and then you're looking at God Rex right now. This guy has been playing for years in that amateur bracket.
Once we got to Friday morning, it felt like we were really in a good place and everything was coming together. All the pieces were in place, things were moving as they should be. The weeks leading up to it were, those were intense. I think it was intense on everybody involved, every staff member. But once the day of the event hit, everybody really seemed to be in a really good place heading into the actual event itself.
For me, it was pretty relaxed. I've been through the ringer quite a bit at this point. I didn't really have too much stress coming into this weekend because I had full faith in the team.
Emotions going into Friday, it was pretty much just all day, just must win, must win, must win, must win.
I was very confident going into Friday. I think our scrims at the event went well.
We obviously had scrims to warm up, then a lot of the time it's like everyone just listens to music, like tries to get in the zone, like, do you know what I mean? Like, get gassed up for the game.
When I woke up that day, I was like, I'm gonna try and change how I normally do things and kind of go and give like a little bit of a speech, and that's something I want to get better at going in the future.
3 months of work that we've been working for. We get to put on a showcase today. These guys we're going up against, they're just a franchise of 5 people. You guys are a team. Everything you guys do inside and outside the game is for the betterment of the 4 guys sitting alongside you on that stage. Let's get in there and get this money, bro. 1, 2, 3, RØKKR!
I was not expecting the hype speech from Brian, which set the tone or mood for the entire weekend for us, to be honest. Like, getting in that zone, that mentality of like, this is actually like happening now. Like, it's go time.
I want to hear what you're going to do when we introduce your home team. Let's hear it for the Minnesota RØKKR! Let's go 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 RØKKR!
The first match is always going to be a bit more stressful than the second, especially when you're the home team and you're kind of regarded as the favorite in the matchup going against a team that you know absolutely nothing about. So getting through that first match was the big challenge.
Guns up close and personal, and it's just an interesting gun. You're going to be seeing it all throughout the week.
Well, it only makes sense to start off on board with the Minnesota RØKKR, the home team here, as we start
on board with Assault already. A couple of nade kills coming in their favor. Well, Minnesota RØKKR are blowing the Gorillas away early on here in game 1.
We started off so hot on that first map, so it was like, for some reason, like we lost the map that we shouldn't have, because literally like the first 2 minutes was like all Minnesota RØKKR. We just kept killing them.
You have one final push for Minnesota RØKKR. Can you even get to the hill in time? I'm not sure you can. The hill, it's not even going to be contested. A potential upset in the making here. The final game of the night in Minnesota.
Assault, best of luck. It is a hopeless situation and does get taken down. LA Gorillas on a tear.
Uh-oh, Minnesota. 2-0 down.
When we were down 0-2 to LA, it was definitely a little intense. We definitely knew what our stronger and weaker maps were. We were a lot more confident in the second half of the series. So even if that, it was 0-2, we were still confident in the last 3 maps.
On the hard points, the only reason you guys lost is because you got chained. You gave up 120 seconds on a hill. That's the only way. Look, P3 on Petro, or P4, we gave up 120 seconds. We will win every map as long as we're not giving up 120 seconds against a team, especially this one. Like, think about it. That's what it was. We got trapped in the back. They rotated P4. They literally got 120 seconds. As long as we don't let that happen on a Hackney yard, we're fine.
Yeah, and once we went down 0-2, for me, I was pretty calm. Like I knew, like Justin said, our stronger maps were coming up later in the series.
What needs to happen for a potential Minnesota RØKKR comeback? Do you believe? Do you believe that you could see this now?
All very calm, level-headed players. I mean, again, 2 world champions on that side of the stage, right? A couple young players, but
I was just super confused. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, all right, like, can we get this third map going? I was just sitting there waiting for it to start. And the downtime between the second and third map was a lot longer than expected.
I just got a pretty important update. There was actually a restricted item used in game 2. Which means the score is actually going to go 1-1. Minnesota RØKKR will take game 2 as it stands.
Is that a "you can't do that" chant? That is the most helpful cheer I've ever heard. They're like, hey guys, by the way.
So we were just sitting there in the little dugout backstage, and then we hear an announcement on stage. Map 2 has been reversed. The series is 1-1 now. So at that point, I was like, what just happened? So I ran out on stage real quick and asked the ref about it.
We didn't know anything. We were just trying to figure out why it was taking so long to start the next map.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that point. We literally had nothing to do with it. The ref came over. He took care of everything. So it wasn't on us. It was all the ref. We kind of just sat there and waited.
Finally, the pressure comes through, but Minnesota RØKKR, they pick up the kills around the A-Hill, and that will be that from game 3. Minnesota RØKKR now with a 2-1 game advantage. Minnesota RØKKR, 9 more points, all you're gonna need, and you'll take the series 3-1.
Desperation time for the Gorillas. They gotta fly towards the hill, but where are you gonna go?
It's close.
It's gonna be home. The Minnesota RØKKR. The first match in their home city.
That was so sick. Bro, I was getting some pieces. Every time I got a piece, I would just hear them like, yup.
We got there in the end, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Literally.
So Lathrop was using hardline to get himself perks quicker with the special.
Once they won that first series, going into Toronto, I was like, if they have that spark still, our team is so talented, so once they get that spark, it's so hard to stop them, you feel me? It's very hard to stop them, and they came out with the spark right away, so it was definitely good to see that. I was really proud of them.
But I can't wait to hear the noise in this venue when I say the words, Minnesota RØKKR!
The game was there. No one's there to get the angle. The defuse is going to come through. Looney's going to get it in, and Ultra are going to win. Behind the numbers, they get the defuse, and what an answer to silence this crowd in the search and destroy. 1-1. Domination coming up after this quick break.
I wasn't really concerned. S&D at the first tournament is always going to be a bit of a toss-up. Online scrimming it, we didn't look too bad going into the event, so I felt a lot better about our S&D than we actually performed. But even going in 1-1, going into that map 3, we all felt very good about the next 2 coming up.
RØKKR showing who reigns supreme in the north right now, just slapping Ultra around.
Pulls them out. I thought wrong.
And behind that close spawn, RØKKR goes huge.
They can win it here.
RØKKR can take the map, take the series, dominate the North with these final 8 points. Scrambling in is Ultra. Can they get in? Can they slow it down? Can they get to a map 5? They can't do it. It's a RØKKR victory.
We were expecting a 3-0, but we will take the 3-1. Definitely neglected our S&D practice a little bit. Would have liked to be a little more seasoned in Search and Destroy before the event, but we'll make sure that's fixed for the next one.
It was a surreal moment for me. It's one of the moments in my career I don't think I'll ever forget. Finally having such a huge crowd cheer for me and my teammates. So I just had to, give back to them somehow. I had to bow down to the crowd.
It felt awesome having the crowd on our side, like chanting our name and stuff like that. Definitely stress relief after going 2-0 because in my head it's like absolutely mandatory to go 2-0 for our home event. Like that's all I was thinking about. Go 2-0, go 2-0. Everything else will be fine.
Thank you. The Azir Cave All-Star.
Oh, 1,000%. It's definitely gonna be one of the history books. To be able to sit there, take off our headset and just pump your chest and just say, "True Kings of the North, baby." Like I said, it's something it's a dream come true.
I was so happy for them, to be honest, because I seen how much work they're putting in. They day in and day out putting in work. I understand what they're going through. I understand what they're sacrificing. Most of them moving across country to come leave their families to come play. So I was very happy for them.
RØKKR is literally just one big family, and I'm beyond happy being here.
This organization really brought everyone together. They brought the players together, the families, and kind of included them in everything, and I think everybody really appreciates that.
I really like how everyone on our team kind of stays together even when everything's all said and done throughout the weekend.
We want the fans to feel a part of it. And that's really, when we talk about family, it's really at every level. It's the players, it's the staff, it's the fan.